The Euros are well and truly underway. Now, looking back at Matchday 1, not everything has gone to plan for some big teams. And we've seen the rise of some unlikely underdogs such as Romania, Slovakia. There's been some surprises so far, and it's only Matchday 1. There has been many talking points. Among them include England's poor performance, even though they did win, Jude Bellingham being their best player, players like Phil Foden being a shell of himself, as we've seen in club football. You have some injuries of Kylian Mbappe breaking his nose. Griezmann got a cut on his head. Still, nothing severe, but still an injury. The Austrians were really dirty in that game. But so far, this has been an all-time tournament. Euro 2024 is off to an excellent start. Full of goals until England, of course. A lot of drama. We've seen Romania, such a small country, not known for their footballing talent at all. Their most notable player is Dragusin, center back for Tottenham. What a game he had, by the way. And they somehow pulled a 3-0 win against a team, albeit Ukraine isn't some footballing superpower, but they have good players. They have Zinchenko, Andrei Lunin. They've got some great forwards. Dovbyk, who had an excellent, profitable season for Girona in La Liga. So I was shocked to see that one, and they really showed a lot of heart to grind out that win. So fair play to Romania. Germany looking like the best team out of all the favorites, which you would expect that considering they are the hosts. However, they play incredible stuff. The movement behind the lines, that first goal for Wirtz, you see Gundogan sprinting, making a forward run behind the defense, drags the defensive mid out. Wirtz occupies that space, easy one-touch finish. You can tell that's not just throw all your best players on the pitch and hope that they win the match for you. That's coached. That movement right there, it's a complex movement. It's not something that just happens organically. And you have to give Julian Nagelsmann the credit for coming up with these tactics, these different movements, these different little tricks that they have. Knowing that as a national team manager, you only have so much time to really input your style of play with only having a few warm-up games and a couple international breaks throughout the year. It's very impressive. Wait. Before we continue the video, if you like what you're seeing so far, do me a favor and just subscribe, please. I think there's about 70% of you who watch and aren't subscribed. That's just, it's a bit disappointing to me. If you could subscribe, it would mean the world. Alright, thank you. Back to the video. The reigning champions, Italy, didn't look great in my opinion. Yes, they won the match still 2-1. However, I feel like there was a bit... It's very typical Italy. It's play, try and slow the game down, defend as much as you can, soak up pressure, and I mean, they have the players for it. Chiesa, great on the counter, but they leave you wanting a little bit more from the reigning champions who won it in 2021. But I do still think they will go far. I think in my predictions I said they would make it to the quarterfinals, which for reigning champions not great, but you look at their squad now, it's not what it used to be. Jorginho's aging. DeMarco has had a great couple seasons for Inter Milan, but he's only a left back. There's only so much he can do. Scamacca has been picking up form for Atalanta, but he needs a service. Chiesa has looked like his old self in that first game. He was tearing to shreds that left back, that Albanian left back. And Albania, not sure what I expected from them, but they did get the goal, so fair play to them. But I really don't see them coming out of the group. They were severely lacking in creativity. Scotland were dreadful, man. Absolutely dreadful. Albeit Germany was excellent, but Scotland was just shadows of themselves in qualifying. I mean, they beat Spain in qualifying. They had a very good run. And then it's like, I don't know what happened to them. They just were overwhelmed by the occasion, I suppose. Belgium. We need to talk about Belgium. Guys, so when are they going to be held accountable? They have all this talent. They have De Bruyne, Lukaku, Doku, Onana for Everton. They have plenty of good players, but they just never can seem to win anything. Even when they had Hazard, even when Courtois, you know, that golden generation, they only made it to the semifinals of the World Cup. I think they might be cursed. Or they gotta get rid of Lukaku. If I was the manager, I would drop Lukaku, play Openda, because when he came off the bench, he was incredible. He was generating chances like there was no tomorrow. And on the flip side, Lukaku was missing chances like there was no tomorrow. Yes, he scored twice, both offsides, a bit harsh, but still, he had 3 one-on-ones that one of them he didn't even get on target. I don't know, he took a terrible touch and then he tried to take it around him, but the touch was so heavy it just went out for a goal kick. Listen, Lukaku, top goal scorer for Belgium of all time. I know he's got the history, but how many times is he going to keep missing these chances? At some point, he's got to get dropped. Personally, I would drop him for Openda, who I think was very lively when he came on. Moving on to Netherlands. Netherlands, you know, they did well in the World Cup. I thought they were unlucky to be beaten by Argentina in the quarterfinals. And I think they have a very good side, a lot of talent, defensively and in the midfield, although De Jong is injured. But their forward line not really doing it for me. Xavi Simons is bright, but he's still quite young. I don't think he's at the level yet to carry a whole nation. Memphis Depay, you see flashes of brilliance, but he's not consistent. I believe it was Xavi who knocked one down to him in the box and he just volleyed it completely over the bar, no composure. And Gakpo, for me, Gakpo is one of those players where he turns up for his country. It was a deflection, but him off that left wing cutting in, he's dangerous. I like him a lot. I'd say he's probably their most efficient attacker at the moment. I do like Cody Gakpo, but you saw when I feel like Netherlands, they need that pure 9. When Weghorst came on, somebody to sniff out the chance, somebody to get in the box. When you have Xavi Simons, Gakpo, Depay, they all want to come for the ball, especially Depay and Xavi Simons. Gakpo will spread it wide, he'll stretch it a bit, and he'll run in behind, but the other two are always dropping and asking, and I think that's a problem. There's not really a good balance there. So when they brought on Weghorst and Malen is another player who likes to stretch it. He likes to touch that line and sprint in on the right wing for Simons. And then they brought in Weghorst, who's going to stay up there. He's going to press. He's going to be in the box. He's going to be a threat. They looked a lot more threatening. So I think they should probably go ahead and Ronald Koeman should look at that. Although he loves his possession-based football, so Weghorst might not fit into that, but you're going to have to make a change, otherwise you're going to get knocked out eventually. England. Oh, England. I don't know what to do with them. I think they need to stop shoehorning Philip Foden on the left wing. Please. We've seen it time and time again. He's not a left winger. Stop trying to force it, Gary. Either put him in the 10, drop Jude into an 8, which I don't think you really can after that game. He was immense in the 10. Or drop him and just use him as a super sub. That's what I would do if I was Gareth Southgate. I would drop Foden, start Eze or Anthony Gordon, depending on the opponent. If it's a team that plays low block, I would probably start Eze. If it's a team that presses high and you know there's going to be transition, I would start Anthony Gordon. But you cannot play Foden on the left wing anymore. He's just not. You could tell he's out of the game. He'll try a turn that you could just tell he's low on confidence. As for the rest of the team, I thought Trent did well. He surprisingly covered well for Bellingham. Going forward, we know what Trent can do. That diagonal pass he had a couple of times, he had a strike on net. He's a great asset going forward. Defensively has always been the only question. But I think he could thrive in that center mid position. Declan Rice, he's always going to give you a 7 or an 8 out of 10 every week. I think he was solid. Saka, again, very good on that right wing. He got the assist, it was deflected, but he still did well to get it in there. Kane, largely anonymous. I mean, when is he going to stop dropping back? I get it. You want to touch the ball. You want to, but you're the 9 for your country. You're the top goal scorer for your country. You have so many good players behind you that you don't need to drop. This isn't Tottenham anymore. You don't have Sissoko behind you. You don't have Ndombele behind you. You don't have, who else did they have? You don't have Højbjerg behind you. You don't have to drop and play me. Stay up front, stay as the focal point, and the ball will get to you. You have world-class talent. Just stay there. Stop dropping back. Please, someone needs to tell him this. Defensively, the center backs I thought did well, Stones and Guehi. Trippier was a bit shaky, I can't lie. Southgate said after the game he did well. I don't think so. I think if he was up against a better winger, would have been dangerous. Pickford didn't really have much to do, and Walker, of course, is always going to be pretty solid. Spain was dominant. They were very good against Croatia. Kept most of the ball, and unlike other Spain teams in the past, were quite sound defensively. I would like to say that's because Nacho is in, my boy Nachito, and Carvajal, of course, is a pit bull. But I expected more from Croatia. That penalty, by the way, that was a robbery. That's a red card, fam. I know the rule, you get a penalty, it has to be a yellow card, double jeopardy. But bro, the net was open. He was literally about to put it in. And you pull him back, it should be a red in my opinion. And then they score the rebound, and they're called offside. So now they're -3 goal difference instead of -2. And Spain didn't get a red card. But besides the point, Spain was very good. Morata, very underrated striker. I see a lot of Morata hate online. I don't get it. He's been, okay, he's not prolific, but he is a good 10 to 15 goal striker a season. You can't really complain about that, especially when you have a team in Spain where he can play back to goal, he can do some link up, but he can also go on the transition like that first goal. Pedri, I thought, did well. That assist was nice. He almost got a second assist, but Lamine didn't quite finish it. It was a good save from Petkovic. Croatia were largely underwhelming. Modric and Kovacic didn't have their best games, and when the midfield of Croatia doesn't play well, Croatia's not going to play well. They both got subbed off at 60 minutes. I thought the substitutes did quite well. I believe it was Perisic and somebody else, but they made an impact. Obviously, they won the penalty Croatia won the penalty after they were subbed in. But I think it's going to be tough now for Croatia to get out the group. It's going to be interesting. Italy, they didn't look great. It's a toss-up between Italy and Croatia, who goes through. Spain, I think, topping the group for sure after that performance. But I'm interested to see in what the next match day looks like. Because now we're really going to start seeing who's going through, who might be not going through, who the best third place teams are going to be. It's shaping up to be a very good tournament. Now, I'm recording this just about 30 minutes before the Portugal game and maybe 30 minutes after the Turkey and Georgia game. Arda Guler. Now, I know I'm not a huge YouTuber, right? So I don't have that many subscribers, whatever. Right here, I'm going to link my video I made about Arda Guler about a month ago, 2 months ago, talking about how incredible he is and his journey so far. And it didn't get many views because, you know, not many people might think, oh, it's just another wonder kid who's not really going to go anywhere. This kid is the real deal. He's now the youngest ever goal scorer in Euro history, just beating Cristiano Ronaldo. And he has a bright, bright future ahead. And I can say I bought my stock in him long before all this started happening. This was even the time when he wasn't getting starts for Madrid. He wasn't being subbed on. So, I'm a bit of a visionary, what can I say? But watch out for Turkey, though. They look decent. Not bad. I'm about to go watch the Portugal game right now, see how Ronaldo fares. That will be the last game of Matchday 1. and I'll be back to give you my summary on that one. And just like that, Portugal 3 points. Not easy? Certainly not easy. Both their goals were quite lucky, actually, even though they did score one offside header. But they didn't play as well as I thought they would. They scored most goals in qualifiers. I think they conceded the least amount. They were by far the best team in qualifiers. And then they come against Czechia, who scored a very, very nice goal. Drag back, top of the box, boom, one touch, post and in. But, you know, teams like that, they're going to play scrappy. You're going to get limited chances. And if you can grind out those wins, you're going to go far in the tournament. So, fair play to Portugal. Mbappe, broken nose. Bro, I feel sick. Cancel the Euros. Cancel it. It's done. What? Okay, I know France, we have a good squad, we have depth, we have Coleman, we have Barcola, Colomwani, but bro, I just wanted to see Kylian ball out. This was supposed to be his Euro. Now, reports are coming out that he doesn't need surgery, which is a very good sign. However, he is likely to miss our game against the Netherlands, which will be a big miss. We played one game without Kylian in the lead up to the Euros against Canada, and we were toothless. We could not put anything together. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. It's very upsetting to see that he broke his nose, but you know, life goes on. Hopefully he'll be back for the last game, and then definitely, hopefully, for the knockouts, provided we go through, but I think we will. Well, that concludes match day 1. The Euros has not disappointed this year. I'm gonna probably drop a video every match day because there's just so much to talk about in this tournament. And keep an eye out for Copa America videos, as that's starting on Thursday, I believe, with Canada versus Argentina. So keep an eye out for that. Turn the notifications on and wait, because I got videos coming out. Alright, thank you for watching the video, guys. See you next time. Peace.